Hello there everybody, welcome back to another video starring me, the chronically ill mom, almost 40 years old. We're gonna hang out in the kitchen today and we're gonna do some work. I have all kinds of scraps and things that I want to use up. So I got some potatoes that need to be used, so we're gonna make homemade mashed potatoes. I have a pork loin in some water thawing. I also had half of a homemade puff pastry dough left. And so I'm going to make the caramelized onion feta puff pastry bites, copycat of Trader Joe's. We love those. They're expensive for how many you get, so making them homemade makes them cheaper and honestly more delicious. So I'm caramelizing some onions, which takes a long time, so I just kind of get those started. And now I'm going to take you with, I'm going to chop up what potatoes we have left and see what else we get into today. We're going to take a lot of breaks, but we're going to get some things done because I want to eat really good. And when you eat really well and you eat homemade, it's a lot of steps. I also already had to make homemade brown sugar because I was out of brown sugar. I make my own out of just white sugar and molasses in my KitchenAid. I just whip it up. It tastes so much better than the stuff in the package. It's crazy because the stuff in the package tastes like the package. And this does not. So it's super delicious. I use just a tablespoon or two of that in my onions. So I make caramelized onions. Let's see what else. I think that's it for now. Let's get to chopping these potatoes. And yeah, let's see what else the day brings, you know. So some of these potatoes had the eyes growing on them, which is fine. I just peel them off, scrubbed them, and I'm going to go ahead and get them chopped up smaller just so they boil a little faster, or soften, you know what I mean, for mashed potatoes. Just chunk them up. Doesn't have to be perfect. Don't have to put much thought into it. You just chop them up and put them in some water. Now, one thing I like to do with making homemade mashed potatoes is I like to usually boil them in homemade bone broth, but I used up my bone broth yesterday and forgot to make more. So what I'm going to do is just put some chicken bouillon in the water because it gives it really good flavor. It cooks it into the potatoes. Trust me. Salt and bouillon. Or bone broth. Just comes out incredible. The smaller you make these, the faster they'll cook up. So I feel like it's worth the chopping. Also, we don't mind the skins on them. And my peeler is terrible. So we're keeping the skins on because it's easier, quicker, and it's more nutritious from what I've been told, you know. So, there you have it. I'm going to take this over to the pot. We're going to pitch this into the pot and then keep working. Alright, like I said, we're using up scraps and bits and bobs that are left. There's this little chunk of regular cream cheese left. I just put it in the microwave because it was too... I'm lazy. Okay, I don't want to wait for it to warm up. So that kind of exploded and made a little bit of a mess, but that's alright. We have this much regular cream cheese, and then this much whipped cream cheese. We're going to use that. We have this much feta cheese left. We're going to use all of that. Put an egg in there, and then we're going to do a little bit of seasoning, salt, pepper, garlic powder, onion powder, basic things in there. We're going to get that all mixed up, and that is going to go with, I said, we're using, I had some of a diced onion left in the fridge, so this cooks down a lot, but this will be enough. Like I said, I only have half of a sheet of puff pastry left, so we're only making a couple, but we're going to use things up and have a delicious little snack. So the caramelized onions are going. You just have to leave it on low and stir it every 10 minutes or so. Over here we have the potatoes coming to a boil soon, hopefully. So these things are just kind of hanging out, so I can take the time to walk away and come over here and make this mixture up so everything will come together. As soon as this mixture is ready, I will roll out the puff pastry and we'll show you that. That did not go as I thought. I dumped the feta just into my cream cheese and the bottom of the container was all molded. I didn't see it. So now I have no cream cheese or feta. We're going to pivot. I think we're going to do caramelized onion Costco cheese. Shredded cheese. I was trying to use it up, you know? Gross. I'm not taking any chances. I just threw it all away. Caramelized onion and shredded cheese bites. They'll be delicious. I hope. Alright, while I'm cooking, I'm actually heating up myself a piece of... Oh, I made chicken pot pie 2 days ago. It turned out absolutely beautiful. Instead of pie crust, I did puff pastry. Homemade puff pastry. And this is what I used the first half of that dough for. I'm going to go ahead and get this warmed up, and then I'm going to snack on this while I do all the cooking. All right, I got the mashed potatoes all mixed up. We're just going to let that sit for a bit. And because I have all the things and I'm all out of it, I'm going to make homemade bone broth. So here is a rotisserie chicken carcass. I freeze scraps. I prepped up a ton of carrots. So I have some carrot tops, some onion peels, some basil and sage that I grew in the freezer, a little splash of apple cider vinegar, and I'm going to do this turmeric because I got it for like really cheap. And it does give it a nice pretty color, and it's anti-inflammatory, so it's good for you. And then we're going to fill this up with water and put it in the Instapot for a while. And then you'll have perfect, nutritious bone broth. All right, I bring you my little bit of dinner from my recliner. Mashed potatoes and pork loin. It's all right. not one of my major impressive meals, but it was made at home. All right, we're checking in. I have been a lazy bum for like the last 3 hours. And really, no reason. The caramelized onion feta bites that turned out like crap, I don't know, just kind of put me in a little bit of a funk, which is stupid, and I know that. So I just have been kind of sitting here with my best friend, my heating pad. If you're chronically ill, you may know, but yeah, that's my best friend. Rotating it around, keeping me cool, keeping me warm. But I want pancakes, and everybody else said they would like some too, so I'm going to go get up and make some pancakes. And of course, nobody wants the same kind of pancakes, so I'm going to make pancakes for everybody and their choice. All right, like when you're an ingredient-only household, you don't buy snacks, you make pancakes. Why not? Blueberry pancakes, chocolate chip pancakes. People have already taken theirs, and now I'm going to sit and eat my blueberry pancake. We also have two. Let me know in the comments, which team are you? I love the butter-flavored syrup, but my husband loves the real maple syrup. I just grew up with that one. I think that's why I like it more. But let me know, which one do you prefer?